Alright guys, so today in this video we're going to go ahead and check out a problem that I had mentioned previously in another video with one of the pulleys possibly making some noise. And I feel like it is possibly this one right here that is making noise on the car, but I can't really guarantee that that's the one that's making noise. That's the one that kind of feels like it has the most movement from what I can see. But I'll show you guys right now what I'm going to do to kind of check to see if it's the pulley that's making noise or something else. Right now the AC compressor doesn't work, so it's not locked up or anything. As you can see, I'm moving it. That doesn't have any AC refrigerant. I already checked that out right here. I pushed this thing inside and nothing came out, so I'll most likely have to refill that, see if we can seal it up. But we're going to go ahead and turn the car on. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. It's not really like a belt noise, because you know how belts squeak. It's more of like a, I don't even know how to really explain it, to be honest with you. But I'll turn it on to see if we can replicate the noise really quick, and then I'll show you guys what it is that I'm talking about. But let me check the oil to make sure it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, cool. So I haven't moved the car, turned it on in some time. I just did the coolant flush on it. Still at about a good level, so I'll probably add a little bit more in there. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Okay, there you go. I think it has to warm up a little bit. While it warms up, I'm gonna grab a long screwdriver, or actually we can use this right here. Well, something really long to touch the pulley. And essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna touch it and feel if there's a lot of vibration on it. And I did it with that pulley, and I felt the most vibration with that in comparison to the others. You can kind of hear the noise right now. It's starting up. Alright, so there's the sound. You guys can kind of hear it. Now when I touch it, it's actually making more noise now. You guys hear that? Kind of quiet down a little bit, and I can feel a lot of vibration when I touch it. So that's one thing that you guys can do, is grab something, touch it. If you feel a lot of vibration, that's most likely what's causing noise. Like right here, I touch this one, no vibration at all whatsoever. Same thing with this right here, no vibration at all. This one I can feel a lot of vibration coming from it. Now you guys can kind of hear it's getting louder. So I'm pretty positive that's what it is. But you can see the pulley even moving back and forth right there. If you guys look at the pulley, the belt's kind of like almost slipping off. It's pretty clear now that it's making noise. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're actually going to remove the belt and then see if there's more wiggle room once we remove it. Let's go ahead and remove the belt, see if we can get the noise to come up again without the belt on there. You can run a car for a few minutes just to check certain things on the car, but you shouldn't remove it for a long time, because once the car starts getting hot, you can overheat it. I mean, it doesn't really look that bad if I'm being honest with you. Alright, so let's turn the car on again, see if the issue comes up. See, it's completely quiet now. There's no noise coming from it anymore. Let's go ahead and turn the car off so it doesn't overheat. You can check the pulleys. They should still have some resistance, So you can see like this one doesn't spin all the time. It stops, and that's what should happen. Same thing with this one, still has some resistance. But all the rest of these seem to be fine. Alright, so let me go ahead and just put this on there without this part, because I feel like that's what's making noise. See if that kind of stops it from making more noise. Alright, so I got it on there now. Turn it back on. It's still making noise. Yeah, it's the same one. Alright guys, so I got the new pulley right here. This one is from Gates. I've purchased from Gates before, and it's a pretty good brand. Never really had any issues with it. Here's a stock one. This piece that goes on this side right here, like that, you can see that it has a space. But when you install it on the Gates pulley, there is no space, so we won't be able to use this just because it's going to make noise as it's going to be touching it. So we're going to have to install it without it, which shouldn't be a problem because it sits right on the groove. So it sits right in there, so it shouldn't really be a problem. But we'll see right now if it makes any noise. The biggest difference that I noticed between both of the pulleys is that the spacing in the middle is a little bit different, which is why the spacer, which is this thing right here, doesn't fit properly. And when you shake this one, pretty sure you guys can hear that, it makes noise. I feel like when it's cold it doesn't make as much noise, but once it starts to warm up it makes a lot more noise. And then this one is completely quiet, no noise at all. So let's go ahead and install this. I couldn't really figure out what the correct torque specs were for the pulley. I saw anywhere from 37 to 41, so I'm gonna do about 40. So you're just gonna position it right in there. Sits just like that. And then you can put the bolt in. To tighten it, it's to the left side, so counterclockwise. To loosen it, it's clockwise. Alright, so here I have my torque ratchet. Okay, I might have to move this thing out of the way because it doesn't allow me to move it all the way without touching it. So it looks like it's only one bracket, and there's a bolt right there. It might be like a 12 mil. Yep, I was right, 12 mil. Just gonna put it up here for right now. Alright, there it is guys, everything's in place. Got it going over there, under, then over the pulley right here, and then under that one as well. Going back up here, then going back down, and then over these right here. Make sure all of them are inside the grooves. So now we're gonna go ahead and turn it on. It's been running for a few minutes. So far the noise hasn't came back, but we're gonna wait a few more minutes. I'll probably just drive it around for a little bit to see if warming it up makes it come back or not. But right there you can see there's not as much movement as it was before. So if you guys remember, it was moving a lot up and down, and now it's not really moving as much. So I believe that fixed the issue, but I'll drive it around a little bit, see if it comes back. If not, then we should be good. Alright, so right now I'm driving the car around, and so far I don't hear anything at all. But so far it's running good, no issues whatsoever. Man, this thing pulls good too. guys can hear the intake a little bit. Sounds pretty good. I like it. I want to put an exhaust on it. I still have that leak from the power steering, so I'm gonna try to figure that out. Well, actually I already looked into it and I feel like I know what it is. It's the actual rack and pinion. The seal went bad on one of the sides, so that's why it continues to leak. So I'll show you guys exactly like where I looked at. I thought it was a fitting, but it's not. It's one of like the seals. So I'm gonna try to add some stop leak, like a really good brand, see if that works, because I use like a regular one which is too thin, which might not fix the issue, but we'll figure it out in another video. All right guys, so after the drive, checking it out, you can see the noise is completely gone. Doesn't make that noise anymore. So it's just that pulley right there that was making the sound. There's another tensioner pulley down there, further down for the other belt, so you might want to check that one as well. But that's pretty much it. That fixed the issue, so now the car's good to go. We just did the brakes. The only thing left is the rack and pinion. It's low, it keeps losing fluid. I'm gonna add a stop leak, which is this one right here. See if it fixes it, because it is coming from the rack and pinion, from one of the seals on the inside. All right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and end the video right there. I'm really happy that it was a pulley issue and not the engine. But to go into more detail on why I removed the belt and ran the car a little bit that way, is because if you remove the belt and it's still making the noise, you most likely have an engine problem, because now the pulleys aren't spinning. But if you take off the belt and you turn it on and it's no longer there, then you most likely have a pulley or one of the wheels are making some type of noise. You need to go ahead and check them out. So I got lucky, it was a pulley, super easy fix. I purchased the new Gates pulley on Amazon. It was actually cheaper from other options that I found, which is why I went with it. And Gates is a pretty good brand as well. I ran the belt on my 270Z for a long time, no issues at all. And it was about 20 bucks. In my local auto parts store, they were charging about 30 and up for the pulley, and I got it for $10 less. So if you guys want to save some money, I'll leave it down in the description below if you guys want to pick up that pulley. But other than that, the issue is solved with that noise. I'm really happy about that. We got a few more things that we're working on the car. Still got to check out the AC to see why it's not working. It most likely just needs a refill. We do have to go ahead and do the emissions in the next video, and also change out a few more things. So if you guys want to watch more videos on the channel with the M45, I'm going to be doing a lot more, getting this thing fixed up and running, fixing all the problems that it has on the car before we decide to go ahead and start doing some aftermarket support on the M45. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.